Ladies, if you're over 40 and you're starting to feel like your makeup like fills in all the little creases, this is the one. This is the Laura Geller full baked full face palette, and I have found this is gives my skin a much more natural look after using it. So I have it on today, and I found that I use the it's the baked concealer. It's a powder, you know, like your foundation powder. I use that today first, and then I use this whole set, which I loved the natural colors of the set. And I love that if you can see here, this one has a little bit of sparkle. These are two highlighters. One is a little more sparkle and one is a little more matte. I love that they included that because there's sometimes you don't really want a sparkle look, or you only want a teeny bit of sparkle in the end of your nose or whatever. I actually thought that this blush, I was like, that's gonna be way too bright for me, but this is it right here. And I feel like it did a really nice job of blending in. I also bought their brush, their dual brush set. So one end is flat and one end is angled. And I think this did a beautiful job. All I've been doing, this is a powder based, it's baked. And so all I've been doing is a tiny little dab and then just dabbing it on, not doing a whole swipe. I just felt like it was gonna be too much for me. So I just did a little dab. So what I did, I put the foundation on first, and that's a powder based foundation. I also got their kabuki brush. And then I used their contour, and I used this one to kind of just, again, I did the same thing. I just sort of dabbed. I dabbed my forehead, I dabbed my jawline, and then I took a skinnier brush that I have and I just sort of drug it along the edges of my nose to kind of thin out the appearance of my nose. Then dabbed on the blush, and then used the highlighter right here, right here. I used a little highlighter right here, and then I used so I used some of the sparkly highlighter there. Then I used the matte highlighter just on my forehead in my brow, underneath my brow. And then you can see the beautiful natural colors right here. I loved it. It went on really light. At first, it looked to me like the pigment was gonna be really strong, too much for me. So I was like, I don't know, but it really came out natural. Somebody at church today told me I looked really like warm, like I was glowing. I was like, well, that's not a bad thing. So I love that it comes in a palette, because I did find that my get ready time was way less than it normally is, because I wasn't looking for all the different things. It was just right there. And how easy to take this on a trip with you. I do also love this. I feel like I'm about a 12-year-old when I put my makeup on. And I actually used this while I was putting my makeup on, because I never know where to put all the things. So I love that they did this. Apparently their website also has a video on makeup application and whatnot. So anyway, I am loving this. I think this makes a great gift set also, but I do love the warm colors. I love that I got a compliment on it the first time I wore it out in public. And then also I love the fact that it is close, compact, and it actually saved me time in my get ready